laser rangefinder and a PBK-3 bomb sight. The navigation suite and autopilot were updated to provide more accurate bombing, while the pylons were strengthened to increase the maximum bomb payload to 3,000 kilograms. To improve the fighter's survivability, the Flogger was fitted with an electronic warfare suite, and an inert gas system was placed in fuel tanks to prevent fires. The pilot's survivability and visibility was also enhanced by raising their seat and armoring the cockpit windscreen. Instead of the R-29 engine, the MiG-23B was fitted with the Luka L-21 turbojet. 138, the first prototype of the MiG-23B, 32-34, flew on the 20th of August, 1970. While it was fitted with same wing design as the MiG-23S, all subsequent models had the improved Edition 2 design. However, because the L-21 was needed for the Sukhoi Su-17 and Su-24, only 3 prototypes and 24 production aircraft of the MiG-23B were produced between 1971 and 1972. Restrictions on the L-21 also prevented the MiG-23B from being exported to foreign customers. 138, MiG-23BK, Flogger H, an export variant reserved for Warsaw Pact countries. In addition to the MiG-23 system, additional radar warning receivers were mounted on the intakes. 139, MiG-23BN, Flogger H, an upgraded version of the MiG-23B. The MiG-23BN differed in that it was fitted with the Edition 3 wings and R-29 engine of contemporary fighter variants, along with minor updates in electronics and equipment. The other major difference was the removal of the dielectric head found on the MiG-23B. Produced from 1973 to 1985, a total of 624 MiG-23BNs were built, although only a small number served in VVS units with the rest exported. A downgraded version intended for Third World customers proved to be fairly popular and effective. The last MiG-23BN in Indian service flew on the 6th of March, 2009, flown by Wing Commander Tapas Ranjan Sahu of the 221 Squadron, Valiance. 139, MiG-23BM, Flogger D, an upgrade of the MiG-23BK. The MiG-23BM replaced the original PRNK-23 with the PRNK-23M and the analog computer with a digital computer. Introduced into service as the MiG-27. 139, MiG-23BM experimental aircraft, Flogger D, the predecessor to the MiG-27. This experimental variant differed from the standard MiG-23BM in that its dielectric heads were moved from the pylons to directly on the wing roots. 139, MiG-27, NATO, Flogger D, introduced in 1975, simplified ground attack version with simple pitot air intakes, no radar and a simplified engine with 2-position afterburner nozzle. 139, proposed variants and upgrades. MiG-23RA proposed reconnaissance variant which was never finished. 140, MiG-23 Mukta subvariant of the MiG-23 MLD, featuring new radar, electronic warfare equipment, and helmet-mounted display, partly the same as the MiG-29. 140. MiG-23Ka carrier-borne fighter variant based on the MiG-23ML. It was cancelled after the cancellation and subsequent redesign of the Soviet aircraft carrier project. 140, MiG-23A multi-role variant based on the MiG-23K. It was planned for 3 subvariants: the MiG-23AI, fighter, MiG-23AB, ground attack, and MiG-23R, reconnaissance. The variant was cancelled for the same reason as the MiG-23K. 140, 141, MiG-23 MLK, a proposed variant which would be fitted with either two new R-33 engines or one R-100 engine. MiG-23 MD, a modification of the MiG-23M which would have been equipped with a SAFA-23 MLA-2 radar. 141. MiG-23 ML1, a variant which would have been armed with the new R-146 missile and one of several engine configurations, a single R-100, an R-69F, or twin R-33 engines. 141. MiG-23-98, a proposed series of upgrades to the MiG-23 offered by Mikoyan in the late 1990s. At a cost of around $1 million, it included new radar, self-defense suite and avionics, along with improved cockpit ergonomics, helmet-mounted display, and the ability to fire Vimpel R-27, NATO, AA-10 ammo, and Vimpel R-77, NATO, AA-12 ADA, missiles. For a lesser price, the existing SAP-23 would be improved along with newer missiles and other avionics. Airframe life extension was offered as well. 141. MiG-23-98-2, an export upgrade offered to Angolan MiG-23 MLs, improving the radar so they could fire new types of air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons. 141. MiG-23 LL, Flying Laboratory. These MiG-23s were constructed to test a new in-cockpit warning system which used a female voice to warn pilots about various flight parameters. A female voice was chosen specifically to provide a distinction from ground communication, which in Soviet service was virtually always male. 141. Operators. World operators of the MiG-23, note including evaluation-only operators, current operators. Angola National Air Force of Angola, 22 MiG-23 ML/UB/MLD in service. Democratic Republic of the Congo DR Congo Air Force, 2 MiG-23s in service as of December 2021, 1 single seat and 1 twin seat. 142, Ethiopian Air Force, 7 MiG-23BN/UB in service for the ground attack role. The interceptor variant, MiG-23ML, was withdrawn from service. From 10 aircraft, 2 fighters were shot down during the Tigray War, and another third one was shot down on the 23rd of June, 2021, and only 7 fighters of the same model remain. 143, Kazakhstan Military of Kazakhstan. 3 aircraft in service as of December 2021. 144, Libya. Libyan Air Force, initially at least 3 MiG-23 ML/UB in service, split among different factions. 4 lost. Only 1 in service with the new General National Congress, 114, while others, for example Serial 453, may have been made airworthy by both factions. 145, North Korean Air Force, 56 MiG-23 ML/UBs in service. Sudanese Air Force, 3 MiG-23 MS/UBs in service. 4 were refurbished locally in 2016 after nearly 20 years in storage. 1 was lost during testing. 130, 131, Syrian Air Force, 90 MiG-23 MS/MF/ML/BN/UB airframes before the Syrian Civil War. Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-23 MS Syrian Air Force Camo. Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-23 MS Syrian Air Force Camo. Zimbabwe Air Force of Zimbabwe Winking Sad Smiley 146, 3 given by Libya. Former operators. Algerian Air Force. 40 MiG-23 being ordered in 1975, with deliveries starting in 1976. 147, 16 MiG-23 MF delivered in 1982. 148. The last aircraft were withdrawn in 2008. 149. Belarus Air Force. Bulgarian Air Force. A total of 90 MiG-23s served the Bulgarian Air Force from 1976 to their withdrawal from service in 2004. The exact count is 33 MiG-23BN, 12 MiG-23MF, 1 MiG-23ML, 8 MiG-23MLA, 21 MiG-23MLD and 15 MiG-23UB Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-23UB. Cuban Air Force, MiG-23ML/UB in service until 2018. MiG-23BN in service until the beginning of 2000s. MiG-23MF in service until the 90s. Côte d'Ivoire Air Force, 150, Czech Republic Czech Air Force. The MiGs were retired in 1994, BNMF version, and 1998, ML/UB variant. Czechoslovakian Air Force. MiG-23s were transferred to the Czech Republic. East German Air Force, transferred to West German Air Force. The German Air Force gave 2 MiG-23s to the United States Air Force and 1 to a museum in Florida. The others were given away to other states or scrapped. Egyptian Air Force. Used until Egypt turned towards Western governments. 6 MiG-23BN/MS/UBs were sent to China in exchange for military hardware. China used them to reverse engineer the MiG-23 as the Q-6, but since the Chinese could not reverse engineer R-29 and build a reliable turbofan, the only MiG-23 elements that were used ended in J-82. At least 8 were transferred to USA for evaluation. German Air Force. In 1990 the West German Air Force inherited 18 MiG-23BNs, 9 MiG-23MFs, 28 MiG-23MLs, 8 MiG-23UBs from East Germany. Hungarian Air Force Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-23MF. Hungarian Air Force, 16 MiG-23s served and were withdrawn in 1997. The exact count is 12 MiG-23MFs and 4 MiG-23UBs. One of them was purchased in 1990 from the Soviet Air Force. An Indian MiG-23MF on display at a crossroads in Gandhinagar. Indian Air Force. The MiG-23BN ground attack aircraft was phased out on the 6th of March 2009 and the MiG-23M air defense interceptor phased out in 2007.
Yes. The power is flashing, the out of power. It's 1:30, so that's 7-part videos, but I will record reading. Just use this camcorder. So let's stop the camcorder.